and welcome everybody to Game 3 of the Star Battle Tournament NA8 Grand Finals. So we're always very happy to get to a Game 3 and a best of 3. This is Skynet, i.e. Cyberdyne Systems versus Red Lions, who have been the past tournament reigning champions for who knows how long, don't remember. With me co-casting today, I've got akaFuel, one of our tournament hosts. akaFuel is a girl, of course. We have Kerberus, and we also have Libeer, who's been with us since Game 1. And we're jumping right into this. Okay, so at the bottom we have spawning for Red Lions. We have a double levy comp again, Trinity and Admin 6, a double carrier, Raven Creek is the BC again, and Rebellions this time as a Destro. So just in their composition they just swapped out a Raven for a Destro. Both carriers opening 6, Raven Creek opening up 6 Wraiths again, and both, looks like we have a 5-1 split starting out. From the top we have, for Cyberdyne, we have Zin as a carrier again, Zimbin as a Destro, Overlord Ladanian Rookie as a Raven, Tura Pod BC, and Stone Cold as a Leviathan again. So swapping out an Arbiter for an Overlord.
And Tura again goes for 275 energy with Pod, which will work again against the double carrier.
Yep, it turns out to be a very useful investment again. Now this is 5-1 split is interesting. Rebellions is just diving right in there, into the entire thick of the team. He's lost all his shields, trying to get at Ladanian.
That's just like laser hits, so lasers of every ship shoots Rebellions instead of Survivors.
Yep, and a launch there on Tura.
You really saw that Rebellion's overestimated a bit in there, because he's really orange now on his plague.
This is the third game now, and the only thing they switched with their first two compositions is instead of an Arbiter, they now have an Overlord.
Yep, so just a single ship swap out for both of these teams. Very interesting, because the Arbiter was actually a very good. It didn't help so much in the early game, but it was very useful for later game with the force fields. It's really when they lost tricks that that's when the tide turned for them.
The levies have Mutus upgraded, by the way.
Yep,
And Singshit's on BC.
Stone Cold's already gone for his beyond one-shot tents. He's now got going straight for 7 tents, while Aster doing his best to harass. I don't know if I agree. The two levies down at the bottom, because that means that they'll both be a little bit more farm denied this time, having to split.
Yeah, just wireless to get some farm for something.
And especially against no Arbiter this time, I think they should split up again. Because last time it worked very well until the force fields.
Yep, and Ladanian's getting hurt by these earlier game launches. Nice pods by Turret, just trying to help out.
Oh, you should look on the upper side. Stone Cold is pretty much out of position.
Yeah, caught a bit out there. Both of the carriers are on him, as well as Raven Creek. And Raven Creek's a launching ship. He doesn't need to get his missiles on him, though. That's always a bonus. That is going to hurt. The two levies have come across. Rebellion's, of course, there. He's at full health. He can just keep pushing if he wants to for a little bit. Danian doesn't have any energy to plague. And neither does Tura have energy to pod. Now, as we're going here, what do you think both these teams were thinking going into this? Play it safe? Play it more aggressively? Do you think we're going to get a very long 2-hour game?
That's pretty interesting. Do you see where the Sin is? Sin is solo farming down there.
I don't think Red Lions even spotted it yet.
They must have, cause he's farming there.
Thank you very much for typing that out, Fuel. Yeah, Zin's just chilling. Maybe he's setting himself up to be a warp trick point, except Skynet is not pulling back that much, and Stone Cold's getting really badly hurt by this launch. Going 7/10 right away definitely is helping him, but still. Zimin pushing on Trinity here, but he doesn't have much juice left in him. He's only in the yellow.
And Zin is gonna warp now. This was very ballsy, to be honest.
Still down here. He's acting like a void ray. A very large void ray with the OBFs. Thank you very much, Kerberus. That actually would be useful if you could type that out every once in a while. Because then you can see both numbers. Though sometimes I tab in. I tab into the view. So, rookie here, let's see if, I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing more, if you'll be getting PDDs earlier this match. Last match he waited a very long time because Trixon got force fields very early. So he may be getting, hopefully he'll try and negate some of the damage from these two Leviathans. Though for the moment they're both going armor tense.
And PDDs will also help against the launches.
Yeah. And each of them both have upgraded upgraded mutilisks, so they'll be able to help with launches as well.
They actually went even higher in mutilisks.
Yep, 5 and 7 each. And then don't the mutilisks have the bounce damage as well? And isn't there the bouncing effect? I don't know if that's the same. Nice pods by Tura.
They might be regretting at the moment a bit that they did not put their Arbiter in there again.
Ooh,
because that would
Rebellion's
also
pretty
have
heavily
Yep.
damaged and 5 armor only.
And huge plague there. Nice plague by Ladanian.
Could go down to that one.
Yep.
Down him.
Rebellion's going out. Oh, looks like he'll be alright, so he still has interceptors on him. And mutilisks. Rebellion's
still
is
playing
going
Rebellion.
down.
Is
Plague,
dead.
Rebellion's is down.
Rebellion's goes down to the interceptors, but looks like they may be a trade with Rookie with the launches on him. Tura's trying to help clean things up as well as Stone Cold, but looks like Rookie will make it out alive.
Oh,
So-
he will make it.
And Zimin likewise, he has a lot of armor and he still has sufficient amount of health. No point in pushing too far, but this is a big blow for Red Lions, losing their
Thing is,
dexterous
now farm is even. Rebellion's wasn't quite good farm. He only had 5 armor, basically 3 speed upgrades, 2 lasers and a warp.
True. It means that some of these Leviathans are just going to have to be a bit more tanky and help take the center. Before they were doing a bit more of a 5-1 split though, but it is an issue. Zin getting his upgrades and warping out. We're going to see what they come out with. Zin coming out now, level 12 interceptors, warp in. Rookie just has his 250 energy. Stone Cold now starting to get a little bit of bile. Zimin is going to be warping out shortly. And he is going for lasers to help against those launches. Now, do you think so far Red Lions is actually sort of has the advantage in the sense they're causing Cyberdyne to play the game they want, reacting so much to these launches? Because both Leviathans have, now they have level 8 and 7 mutilisks. You have War Alistair with his ints and so on and so forth. Do you think actually, despite losing Rebellions, they still have this advantage to this point?
Not really, because this probably will go into a later game, because at the moment the Red Lions has a small advantage, but they will take it back quickly, in my opinion, Cyberdyne, and they will have a lot against launches from the double carrier that Red Lions is running. They will have that already. So then they just need to negate the levies, and they're pretty much set. With PDD that can pretty much claim both of that. PDD can deny a lot there.
Stone Cold warping out now, possibly to get his rapid regen. He has 360, or perhaps Acid Spray. Acid Spray and rapid regen on Stone Cold Leviathan now.
Well, the thing is, with losing Rebellions, basically you can say Red Lions have 2 carriers and 2 levies, so they managed to counter stuff that the carriers and levies can do. Abaddons, and they're in a good path to win it.
Mm-hmm.
Despero needs other stuff to be countered by, so...
Yep, we'll see how this plays out. So now we've got Raven Creek, just an ICMP by Rookie. The Raven Creek has gotten locked down, so his target, he's going to be hanging around the Raven as much as possible. Turnley is just basically going full into denying the interceptors and denying the launches. He's now at 325 energy. As mentioned, we now have level 9 and level 12 ints on both the carriers for Red Lions and Warpin as well. Bit of a launch there on Rookie, that's hurting him a lot.
The only thing I see Red Lions bringing back fully in the game is if they get with their launches, get a kill on a Rookie, because their other ships are not really able to stop it, because at the moment, even though they have quite some lasers, Red Lions has way more ints and meters, and they have now also a lockdown on Raven Creek to stop their BC from podding.
I was just thinking of the farm. So Lions still has a 100 farm lead. Yep, and that's still maintained, and actually that lead is just extending a little bit as they've pushed Skynet back to prisms.
Also a thing you need to consider with Lions as individual stronger ships. 5%.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe Stone Cold, but dangerous because they can do stuff more singled out. For example, if let's say 2 Cyberdyne ships go against 2 Red Lion ships, the 2 Red Lion ships will win.
Yeah. And Zin's now come out with level 16 interceptors and also some shield upgrades, which will help a little bit against launches, give them a bit more longevity. Ladanian's keeping, he's a happy, he's always like, guys, just launch on me, you know, you might as well. It's, I know you're gonna launch, so it's no secret. They're always launching on the Overlord. Rookie just warped in. Actually, no, that was Turo. 350 energy, the 4 lasers. Started to get range upgrades, which will help with his potting. And Skynet's working together and counter launching because that's the best they can do. They only have really Ladanian's been plaguing some launches, and Turo's been potting, but he can't be everywhere, so counter launching is also.
They also have Acid Splash on Stone Cold already.
True, but he only has 325 energy, so he can't spam it that much.
Yep, and he's on his side all of the time anyway.
How are the other 2 Leviathans doing? Trinity and Adams. Trinity was really the big threat last game. He's at 4 armor this time, 11 tenths, 7 bile. He's got Acid Splash, and Admin 6 is just going straight for the damage. 12 tenths, 6 bile, level 10 range.
User was moved out of your channel.
And now we've got Zimmons coming down a bit on Trinity. Trinity sort of stopped there for a sec for that launch on Ladanian, but looks like, well, Admin 6 is right there, and Trinity's going to get away. Zimmons just pushing on them. War Alistair warping in now, level 15 ints, launching on Ladanian. And redirected to Rookie. Big launch on Rookie here. Nice pods, but doesn't even take out all the interceptors, and then there's still the Mutalisks and the Wraiths. Good attempt to pod, to EMP War Alistair. And now the Red Lions is starting to fall behind. Same farm difference. About 100 farm difference between the teams at this point, with Red Lions in the lead.
But again, like we saw in the last 2 games, even with lesser farm, the support can do a lot for Cyberdyne, and they have an extra ship now as well.
Yep. And Trinity just got to play them, but that's not going to matter quite so much. His little Zerg ships getting plagued doesn't really affect him as much because they can just regen.
Main difference you see here is Red Lions going pretty much for damage, except for the BC. Well, the other team actually goes more for defense, except for the carrier, maybe a bit left.
Yep. Though actually, Raven Creek now has put minerals into defensive shield.
Trinity actually bought SS Splash as well.
Ooh,
Big
Rookie's in
launch on
trouble.
Rookie.
But, oh no.
Nice job by Tura trying to pod that, but still. Tura's basically gonna have to hang around by Rookie most of the game because just for the pods, because Rookie's gonna be a prime target. A lockdown on Tura by Raven Creek, who's using his defensive shield. Stone Cold has been pretty stressed as far as how the farming goes. He's at 420. He's at 421 farm versus Trinity and Admin 6. Each of them have about 400. And Stone Cold's is 11. He's at his 1 shot and 4 bile at this point, and 400 energy. Whoops, a little bit of a derp there. Admin 6 was trying to launch on Ladanian and then sort of stopped in front of Zimin and Zin, who are now launching and trying to run him down a bit. Raven Creek coming in there to try to cover, but will they try to push this? No, they won't, because the rest of the Red Lions teams is coming over to cover.
Don't have the DPS at the moment to do that.
Bit of a launch on Trinity here.
And Red Lions is actually, they're launching on the Raven all the time because he can be the biggest counter to them. But due to the constant launching, he gets no farm at all almost.
Let's check that out. Rookie
Yeah,
now
he's
stands
pretty
at
underfarmed.
163 farm. Almost as
And
bad as Tura, who's
thing
also
is,
launched.
the Raven's also the Raven's own fault, because if you look at his laser upgrades, he has no range board yet. So every other ship will have a bigger farming potential.
You're right. Trinity warping in. He's just got some more bile upgrades. Zimin has his bots and 8 lasers. I think Zin also. Zin warped out, now he's come out with level 21 lasers, which will certainly help counter launch.
I think it will be pretty interesting what Ladanian gets. He has 600 farm. There are 2 major possibilities now, or actually 3. One is go for Psyblast, the other is go for the Siphon, or he could go for the Contaminate to try to contaminate ants and stuff.
I would think perhaps
I think Siphon.
Yeah, because right now because right now they don't have much energy deny. Well, they do have Rookie, but
actually-
Rookie may need some help assistance. Well,
He went for a quick launch Mutus to probably counter launch the end.
Interesting, yeah.
Yep, level 6 mutas.
Will also help in farming.
And he also got 2 range ups now.
Just at this very moment, Skynet taking the farm lead,
That speed, yeah.
surpassing Red Lions
Let's
at
take it.
2200.
Yep, just passing right now. But Red Lions was able to keep the lead for quite a while, though.
Hmm? I think Cyberdyne plays a bit in time now to get their nurses and ships developed.
Yes.
Rookie's now gone back, and he has gotten that range upgrade for his lasers, as we discussed. So he should be able to farm a little easier now.
Also, Sin already reached 21 interceptors. Guess we will see him swap to something else soon.
The problem with Rookie at the moment farming is that he's really tailing one-shot Destro at the moment, so he still won't get much farm here.
Yep, maybe you should be given, well, I was going to say maybe you should be given a side lane, but that's of course quite risky for a support ship. Especially with the carriers.
17 ants and 18 ants on the carriers, by the way. Those levies get bile swarm slowly, like mine. 11.
Bit of a push
Stone
here by
Cold,
Zimin on admin 6. Now he's getting counter pushed by Raven and admin and his little tiny launch from Son Goku, Ivan. Or maybe Ivan. I actually don't know who's playing him.
Son Goku and Ivan it is.
They go for admin now.
Big push here by Zimin, but he's going to the orange, so he won't be able to engage.
And Rookie
the-
also has a lot of trouble with the launches.
Yeah. And Trinity's launching as well as level 8 Mutas. Acid Splash from Stone Cold's helping. Churro doesn't have any energy to assist. But Skynet's going to have to go back soon because they're both the Destro and the Raven are in the orange. Admin 6 warping on the top on Ivan, doing a launch with him on Stone Cold. Both Leviathans now have rapid regen.
Although Stone Cold is already at 2.5 with 500 energy and admin at 275 energy with 1800 life regen.
True. Let's take a quick look at the farm right now in the Zimin cam. So it's 5-6 right now for Red Lions, just about 2500 farm for Red Lions, and 2650 farm for Cyberdyne. So the lead is lengthening, about 150 farm difference now.
And the initial launches on the Raven from the Red Lions really pay off, as Raven is so on the farm that he cannot afford PD at the moment. So he can go Bowls to stay in game.
Yep, I'm sure that's high up on the list aside from after getting D-Matrix. And Zimin's really being aggressive. He's just trying to push into these ships, not trying to do extensive amounts of damage, but just trying to physically push them back. Trinity's sort of out here on the side alone, handling these launches from Zin. Terra's been able to get off a lot of lockdowns, which certainly helps and discourages the carriers from warping in.
Trinity is sitting on 950 farm, so probably we'll see a frenzy now.
We've got a frenzy now on Trinity when he's going to be coming back. Stone Cold now is frenzy, splash, and regen. So the levies pretty much have what they need. Admin 6 is still farming it up. And we have 17 and 18 interceptors on the two Red Lions carriers. Stone Cold frenzied up on Admin 6 pushing, but the launches from Alistair and Ivan certainly are helping. Now accompanied by the launches of the Mutas from the two levies. Zin opted for shield recharge. It's an interesting choice. It's already at level 22 ints. Zimin's now at 13 armor, 11 lasers. I'm switching temporarily to your camera, Kerberus. Just need to tap out for a sec.
Okay. Be a little go here in admin 6. Got to be a kill cause Stone Cold is frenzied on him. They're walking in. Oh,
Zimin keeps going,
yeah,
but
it's
Stone
a
Cold,
kill
yep,
on admin 6.
admin
Yeah.
is dead.
Someone is in a lot of trouble.
I tap out for a second and excitement happens. What is this? What? Every tournament I
and
miss
War
someone
also.
dying. But at least it was
Still
on
may
camera.
see
Oh,
one
War
going down.
Alistair is also dead.
War
Alistair,
Alistair was killed by Zin.
that was the end, yeah.
Yep, level 20
That
Now
means-
it's
clearance
basically
with
GG.
Warpin.
Trinity
And there
also
looks
going
like
down
Psy
there.
Blast by Ladanian on Trinity. Looks like they're going to try to push for that. The launch
There he
from Zin
goes.
will clean it up for certain.
Yeah, the ends will
There we go. And now it's just
Clean it
really
up.
a cleanup mode. So what happened there with Admin 6?
Well, he was pushed on.
Yeah, that would
That's
do
all I can
it.
say about it. He was
Zin his
pushed on.
ends, Simon rolling him, and Stone Cold Vengeance on him.
Oh, they GG as it seems.
For Computer, who could not be here.
Oh, poor.
So
Why
this-
isn't he here?
It's the GG's all around. So everyone, this is the end of an era. Of
Yes.
So now it's the end of an era of Red Lions' dominance, and now it is the torch has been passed to Cyberdyne Systems, Team Skynet. And we'll have to see if another dynasty starts or if it's up for grabs. Who knows?
It's nice. Another team winning is always nice.
Yeah, it's nice for variety. But I thought this was actually pretty interesting. Best of 3.
I think you should tap out more often.
I know, I tab at
Very
the game
interesting
ends.
things will happen then.
It's like, maybe it's a 2-hour game, I tab at game ends. Well, sometimes people die on the screen, like I'm even looking at it and I miss it. Like, I always remember Eddie dying and I'm like, well, where does Eddie go? Where's Eddie? I don't know. But oh well. That's what's
Yeah,
excellent
there's
having
the finisher.
co-casters. There goes Raven Creek.
Yep, they're
Stone
just
Cold.
cleaning up now.
Just
And there's
cleaning
the
up.
win.
And
And our
Goku is
win-
also dead now.
And we
yeah.
don't even have a party text from Zin, unfortunately. But there'll be a party in the Cyberdyne channels, guys. You can join in. So, and that's it for NA8. Any last minute thoughts from co-casters or from the host? A host?
Well, as host, I take the privilege of talking now, and I say I have seen a worthy winner of NA8. I have seen 3 thrilling grand finals. The first one I could only follow via the stream, and I enjoyed very much the second game. That was a very, very interesting game, a very entertaining, long game. And now the third game was surprisingly short. I think it was a little bit unlucky that Rebellions died that early. I would have wanted, just for entertaining purposes, to see another intense and long-lasting match. I think when looking back, as I have been involved in 3 major tournaments on NA this year, that it is interesting to see that Red Lions was dominating the scene for so long, the tournament scene, and they were very scary. Overall, I think it's, as you said, for variety, it's nice to have now another tournament champion in an official tournament, Star Battle tournament. I wonder how things will develop afterwards now. But, yeah, it was definitely nice. And I want to say to whoever is still listening and watching, maybe at a later stage rewatching the cast from you, Artemis, that it was, of course, the format might have disadvantages, but I can also see some advantages. It was worth a try, and I hope that future people who make up their mind of potentially hosting a tournament say, yeah, let's do it. There has been plenty of stuff to look at in 2012 with the tournaments, and maybe some find some of it inspiring enough to say, yeah, we also take the torch here and create some nice events in 2013 for Star Battle, our beloved game. Very pathetic, sissy shit talk. Okay, I'm quiet now. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you very, very much. And props and kudos to you, Artemis, for those nice streams.
Yep, and for the other, and on behalf of all the other streamers and casters, thanks everyone for watching and for letting us know when we're muted, our volumes are low, or our stream crashes. That's always good and appreciated. And the shoutouts to the others, to all the other streamers, Calypso, Stone Cold, OSB, G-Ster, and all the other ones. I may have missed someone. I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I think this was a sort of an interesting tournament. But everybody, I must ask, provide your feedback on the forums. If there was something you liked or didn't like about anything, say how to find the streams or how did the tournament ticker work in that document, and all the anything, any feedback. The more feedback, the better. As Fuel was saying, you could take it forward going to tournaments going into 2013. And every bit of feedback can help make the next tournament better. And I'm certainly going to be taking feedback from myself for future tournaments as well. So, any last closing words, Kerberus, Libeer?
Mafia for the win!
I completely agree with him.
What? You can't advertise another game here. That's illegal.
I had to. I got forced upon.
Alright, everyone. So this is the Star Battle NA tournament. Congratulations to all the teams and good games and well played. Congratulations to Skynet for winning the grand finals. And we will see you all in IHing in the forums and in TS. And until the next tournament, this is Artemis and signing off.